All right. See if we're live. Got my Wesker shades on. Hello. I think we are live. Just making sure everything's good. Two watching. There we go. Hope you can hear me fine. I'm getting there. What's going on, Christian? Handsome Hanson? What's going on? What's up? Frying Enigmas. I've been actually recording a lot of footage today. A lot of Resident Evil 3 stuff. We got some series planned that we want to kind of get together leading up to Resident Evil 3. As we do more of the legacy streams and stuff, we want to actually tackle some other stuff around Resident Evil 3. Because, you know, 'tis the Resident Evil 3 season. So, what's going on, Manuel? We're just hanging out just for a little bit. And I figured, I was like, if I'm going to get on camera, I'll put on the Wesker shades. And drink my water. Nice, Frying Enigma. You've earned it. You worked all day. Got 15 of you in here. Thank you for coming by. I didn't really like schedule this or anything. I kind of just decided to wing it and figure it out. What's up? How's recovery from the T-virus infection? It's going good. Azura, what's up? Shy boy. Stars. Yeah, I'm gonna be recording some footage tonight, probably, on the HD mod on GameCube, because I want to get a lot of footage for some videos that I want to do. So there's gonna be a lot of cool stuff, because RE3 is like really, 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 really like soon, like around the corner. So I expect it to be, you know, a pretty exciting release, and all you guys are going to be here with it. Throw the sunglasses at the screen. Coney says, hey, just want to say I generally enjoy what your channel puts out. I really haven't listened to you for a while, and glad you're making more content. Thank you. Hey, thank you. We do it for all of you guys, so. Wesker? Yes, Spectre Sanders. It'll be like final chapter, Afterlife. Yeah, you could say something of a cold, but you don't want to be me right now. But I'm still able to actually record and do stuff. But I'm just out of commission at the moment. But I'm still here. I'm still standing. Because if I don't make anything, I kind of go crazy, so. I also have a short film to edit, so, you know, I have a lot of stuff that I can get done, because it's going to be a little bit. Do you think Capcom will ever do a Resident Evil Legacy collection with the original 1 through 3? I would like them to. I would like them to kind of find a way that more people can play them, even if that's in like an HD kind of way. It doesn't have to be like, you know, but it's not like they have to like upscale the old ones. But you know how well the Dolphin emulator does it, for example? That'd be cool if we can get something kind of like that. But, you know, that's like really, Really wishful thinking. Anthony, do you think Capcom will pull some kind of twist in Resident Evil 3 remake, or do you think Capcom, do you see Capcom doing Code Veronica remake next? I think a twist, like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, they could definitely change up a lot of stuff. They can really do some different things. Um, they can change stuff because it is kind of like a new game, new experience. So it could go either way. But if I see them doing Code Veronica, um, I think they know the fan demand is there. So I see them possibly doing that or one, because that's the big thing. It's like one or Code Veronica. Which one do you tackle? So it depends on how how that goes. But I'm sure we'll see RE8, and then we'll kind of take it from there and see how it goes. And hopefully RE3 sells really well, which it should. You guys think or want them to remake Operation Raccoon City? Probably not, like a remake or anything like that, but I would like to see another kind of like what if game in Raccoon City. Because I don't think like the idea of that is like bad. You know what I mean? Um, Maybe if they just made the design like a little bit better and kind of worked it into um, how it plays now. But I think that's kind of like a lost thing at this point because now they got the like that was a good way to implement the online, but like now they have like Project Resistance, so it's like a whole different thing. Yeah, Carly, they could do that. They could switch the kind of like the roles of who's good, who's bad. Um, I really expect change, and I think like with remakes and stuff like that, you want to make sure that you still implement that and that's still a thing. It's not going to be exactly the same, and I think we can really expect that, for it not being like a shot for shot, but still hold true to it. But it's not a shot for shot, so I think it's just one of those things where it needs to be proper send off to the Raccoon City trilogy, and whether they add stuff or take away stuff. Kane the 13th, what's going on? Oogie says, "Oh my God, not the same Steve again." Yeah, no, hopefully not. Hopefully they get someone. Um, hopefully they get some good actors. I mean, the performances here have been amazing. So, I love all of the performances in the last Resident Evil game, and if anything, like I said, it keeps getting better and better. Because now with the motion capture and everything that they can do, they can put a lot of these, all these mocap stuff. They can really do it all, and they can act it all out all in one go, and it's awesome. Um, Christian says, Anthony, my mom says hi. What's up? Hello, Julio. Corelroy, what's up? Yeah, sorry I didn't really plan this or tweet about this or give you guys a heads up I was streaming. I obviously put up that message yesterday that, we won't be doing the legacy stream. We would have been doing it right now, but we're working on post-production stuff to kind of fill in the time until I get a little bit better. So if any of us are free and stuff, then we'll just do a little of this, do a little of that. You might see some Operation Mad Jackal this week, and you're gonna see a collection update. Oh, actually, I have something really cool for you guys. I got something in the mail and I didn't open it yet, but now that I got like 40 of you in here, I want to show. Well, actually, let me get to some questions first because this is going to be one of those things where it's like, what's in the box? And you can see where it's from. So, what's in the box? FedEx came today, and I was able to. I had to sign for it, obviously. Let's see. All right, we got Damien Poe, one of the members, is a YouTube paid member. Thank you, Damien. He says, Do you think it would have turned out well if they released RE2 and RE3 at the same time, like originally planned?" Well, I think I think giving it time because each game kind of deserves its own kind of run, and I think the RE2 run was really well. I think doing it at the same time, I wouldn't mind it, but I do like their approach of putting stuff out putting stuff out and then waiting for that response and then kind of like basing, even though they're being made at the same time, which is fine. But I think they can still kind of like they know what works and what doesn't work. So we're gonna see what's happening with all that. But hopefully they get they get some momentum because of 2 and 3 will be the same thing in regards to the hype and people buying it and people really wanting to see it done right. But hopefully they kind of get what they deserve, that get the recognition they deserve. And even though 2 got snubbed at rewards, we know exactly what won Game of the Year. Manuel says, "I love Jill's new look. What do you think?" I love it, man. She looks amazing. My initial reaction kind of says it all. Kane says, "Steve has so much potential character development if done right. When taken to the island, the dad's wrongdoings, potentially he could get the best redesign." Yeah, and he can actually be serious, Julio says, "I love you guys. I'm so excited for RE3. When can I get a collector's edition? I missed out, man. I don't know. Depends on if GameStop replenishes them. If not, you can always go and play Asia, but just don't pay the scalper price because there's a lot of scalpers." Jill's new look is modern and more realistic in Apocalypse, especially. I agree. Christian says, "Can you say happy birthday to my sister?" Well, happy birthday. Don't know your sister's name, but happy birthday, Christian's sister. Las Plagas in the box. Maybe it is. Lord Sadler. Anthony gets the G-Fire sample in the box. Question in Eternal Preview: why Nemi showed up so early in Jill's apartment complex? I'm not sure. Maybe that chases her out of all that stuff. I don't know. He's the reason why she's already escaping out of her house arrest. Spectre says, "I'm kind of worried." And Nemesis knows in the box, Uki. That's a good one. Spectre says, "I'm kind of worried that they're not putting in the original OST swap for 3 make, but surely it would have said something if it was included." I don't know. They can always roll it out, to be honest with you. Even if not, whatever. You're almost a Jill sandwich. Azura says, "I think RE4 shouldn't be touched, but there's Skyrim milking Diamond." That's true. What's up, Star? Uki says, "Sekiro is a great game, but RE2 should have definitely won." I agree. But it's what it is, At least Devil May Cry won something. Damien says that the live stream for RE3 reveal was so lit. Yeah, no, it was fun. Really fun. Yeah, we have you guys to thank for that one. RE4 and RE1 remake probably won't get a remake like RE2 and RE3. Maybe not so soon. Carell Roy, maybe not so soon. Manuel says, "I'm gonna replay RE1 remake tonight. It's been a minute." Yeah, I'm gonna be playing RE3. I'm gonna be getting all the epilogues and stuff. I have it running on Dolphin like with the HD, and it looks awesome. So I'm gonna be capturing stuff for a new video series that we're gonna be launching soon, and it's really exciting because I have all this time. Yes, Casey, I am alive. I'm trying to stay alive, as best as I can. Drinking a lot of water, Okay. I am all right. So now that we have this box, let's open it up. Check. All right, I think we're good. Are we good? Is there sound? I think it was. What's wrong with Umbrella? What's wrong with Umbrella? Deadly silence. Check. 1, 2, 3. We good? Check. Yeah, boy. Michael Does Life infiltrated the channel. Cool. And I got it, through FedEx. It came today, which is surprising. But this thing sold out, man. This thing fucking sold out. But I got one. And shout out to Ricardo, man. Shout out to Ricardo. This is a special... Oop, one in the box fell, but it's okay. I still have it. Dun, 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 dun. It's beautiful. And as we don't have a translator, and we don't have, like, an actual, I mean, unless you actually use, Google Translate and stuff like that, but the information that came out of this, kind of like a magazine coverage, but the main thing is that this thing sold out so fucking quick. And, shout out to Ricardo for letting us know. It's fucking awesome. We're gonna open it up here. I feel like I have to keep this thing, sealed. But it's fine because I could still put it, I can still put it in the wrapping. Happy birthday, Logan. You know what this says? What's wrong with Umbrella? This is the back of it too. Let's kind of show you the back. RE3 on the cover. We can post some scans for you guys. They have this thing wrapped really weird, but all right, I'll show you without the gloss. Biohazard 3. What's wrong with Umbrella? This is the back. Issue 2020. 1 out of 2. I don't know if that's the cover or... Alright. I have all this crap that fell. But yeah, it's awesome. Jackie boy, what's up? Let's see. Yeah, there's already a bunch of stuff on PlayAsia for Resident Evil 3. It's nuts. I wonder if they're going to do like a guidebook again. Because if you do like a guidebook, like that would be awesome. But the thing is like they didn't do one in America. They only did a Japanese one, which sucks. And I know like the days of like, guidebooks are over, but I'm waiting for the PlayStation UK magazine like they did last year. Hopefully they do the same thing. Eli, that's so funny you said that, man. Yeah, I went to Barnes & Noble last year around this time, and I found the RE2. I have it right over there on the shelf, and I really hope they do something like this again. I hope it gets the cover. I don't know if it got the cover, though. Like, I don't even know. Hopefully it did. I don't know if they actually released that yet, but I'm going to keep an eye out. I did get last month's, and it was Ellie on the front of Last of Us 2. And that was awesome. That was really cool. Yeah, I'm waiting to see that, man. I'm waiting to see that, because that's going to be awesome. And did you get the UK collector's edition of RE2 with the keys? No, I actually never got that edition. But yeah, like that. It's weird because I don't think they're doing any kind of UK RE3 thing, which is weird. You know what I mean? It's really weird. Yeah, but this Famitsu is awesome. The Famitsu was only available for a short amount of time. So again, shout out to Ricardo for that. This will be featured in the new collection update as well. I really want to see if there's a way I can get like the PlayStation Magazine UK just coming straight to my house, because just like one issue is like $17 like at Barnes and Noble US. Like, and I love Barnes and Noble for that, because like there's not many places like that still around, still kicking in business. At least around here we have, you know, some Barnes and Nobles around. There's one by my job, but you know, again, like it's cool to see that you can still access some of this stuff, because it's gonna be awesome. I need one of those RE2 mags. The time I found about it, the next issue was already out, but I'm not missing this one. Yeah, I hope not. Damn, my bank account is getting raided. Shadow Legends in April. Yeah, Eli, it's gonna be a lot of stuff. So there's no strategy guide for RE2 Remake, asked Handsome. Only in Japan. So all the other guides that I know of are just like online, like whatever, you know what I mean? Um, bro, I'm so good at looking for it, we won't get it. Get one sounds extremely weird. I'm still holding out a slow hope. I might just cancel Cyberpunk. I don't know, Eli. I think Cyberpunk might be good. I'll grab it for you. Hey, let me know, man. Like I said, you can always personal message me. We can work something out. Sup, dude? Ready for the new Resident Evil 3, man? I am thinking about all the elements they can add to make it intense, says Cytoxic. What's up, Cytoxic? Yeah, man. So much stuff. Um, thanks, Kane. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, Cytoxic. Yeah, there's so much stuff, you know, and I'm all open for any kind of changes they initially make, you know, and you know, I hope that everything that they add will be, you know, just on another level. But you know, I really think that like people have expectations now because of RE2. So I really don't think they'll disappoint us, you know. And I think they'll keep it going, and they'll keep that momentum going. And you know, even if they make the remakes really different from what they do in their main entry, or they take note from what the remakes actually teach them, you know, there's so much. Just buy the keys off eBay, says Eli. All strategy guides have been bankrupt. Prima are gone. Yeah, that's sad, man. Hey, I'm new. Love the channel. Thank you, Poison Elite. Does it hurt your eyes to wear sunglasses indoors? No. But to be honest with you, you don't want me to not wear these right now. So if I'm getting on camera and talking with you guys for a little bit, I'd rather be incognito right now. Yeah, those keys are expensive. Yeah, Etsy has the keys too. Here we go. So to show you guys, these are pretty much, wow, these are actually really cool. So these are all based off the press release stuff. It says the date, Biohazard RE3, and Project Resistance. The Z version, which I'm going to have to get as well. Nice little shot of Jill. I'll probably scan these in so I have them. And what else do we got? You want stars? I'll give you stars. All these screenshots that we've seen. Obviously, these are printed in time for the promotion. And then we have a whole thing and a feature on Project Resistance. And we'll probably post these scans on LTRE on Twitter and Instagram. I got a printer for it, so I might as well do it. So, yeah, man, those things are awesome. Oh, they still has the Famitsu mags? Well, that's awesome, man. It's good to know that they're not, like, only just sold out from PlayAsia. Yeah, we'll probably get a new trailer next month, guys. That's the rumor. The RE Director's Cut guide with the comic preview. Yeah, man, that stuff, like, is crazy expensive. Yeah, good balance, Zera, between action and horror. Absolutely. Not sure if anyone said this, but do you think they will fix that weird shiny texture you would see in RE2 Remake, mainly in Nest? I don't know, because they have a certain aesthetic, that shiny aesthetic that the RE engine kind of has. I've noticed that even in, like, Devil May Cry. But that's the only thing. Because when you really think about it, like, they're going to have a certain aesthetic now, you know? And I think they're going to go with that concept going forward. They're going to be like, okay, this is how we want our games to look. I'm sure even next gen is going to be, you know, using using as much of that as possible. Will Project Resistance have its own disc? Probably not. It'll probably just be on one disc, unless they do. But I didn't see anything on any of the listings saying that it's going to be like 2 discs. At least to my knowledge. Cytoxic asks, I don't think we'll get a Resident Evil 3 demo. You think so? I don't know. At this point, it's like, if we're going to get it, it's going to be next month. If we get it. You know what I mean? So, but Austin asks, why does Nemesis look so goofy? What's up, Dave? Ultsu, better luck next time. What's up, Dave? I tried calling you, man. I'll probably call you after the stream if you're still up. I don't think Nemesis looks goofy. I actually don't mind his design, to be honest with you. I don't mind it at all. Thank you, Gorshak. Appreciate the compliment. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe in March. I mean, they could wait until when. I mean, think of it this way: the one-shot demo was in December, and then RE2 came out in January. So they could very much well wait until the month before. Azura says, I have a feeling Project Resistance might be a separate download, even with the physical copy. It could. Yeah, it could just be, again, like just day one, you'll put it in, and it will install an update for RE3, and that will be along with it. Damien says, do you think RE0 should get a remake with a story rewrite? Personally, I don't like the story. Yeah, I think they could definitely do that. If me and John and Dustin were talking about this earlier, it's one of those things where it's like if they're gonna retell it, they would tell both Zero and Remake at the same time, and not like maybe make it its own game, so they could rewrite it and make it like connect. You know what I mean? They could easily do that. I think I don't think there's a problem with that. Will it work all the time? I think it should. I think they can make it work. Sometimes when they're retelling these stories, though, there's some holes in it. So hopefully, if they did it, it would be proper. Someone from Japan says, "Hello from Japan. What do you think of the new Carlos?" I actually really like the new Carlos look. I like his rugged look. I think it fits him well, and I think he'll be a better character this time around. How can you explain a teeth a mutation? Asks Max. Yeah, maybe. Um, I think now seeing him, after a while, letting it all kind of sink in, I really do like the new grotesque look that they have for him. And I love the classic look too. I think that will always be my favorite look, People weren't nice to RE0. But, I'm not the biggest fan of RE0. There's some mechanics issues that I have problems with, but did any of you guys pre-order RE3 on the PS4 digitally? Because you do get a theme for it. I'm probably going to do this anyway because I want to get that damn theme. But it sounds like it has a soundtrack, like a track from the game, which is really cool. Yeah, man, these Z versions drop like nothing. They really do. Because I remember when these things were like $70 and now they're like fucking, what is this, $40? Like, you just wait on some of these Japanese releases, man. Yo, hockey fan, what's going on, man? Thanks for coming by. We're just hanging out, chatting, bullshitting with the chat. Poison says, I'm getting Final Fantasy VII and RE3. You guys that are Final Fantasy fans and Resident Evil fans, man, good luck finding time. Because it's just like, for me, it's just going to be like one. Now that I have some time off, I'm going to like, try to catch up on some of the games. But like, I get overwhelmed. It's like as soon as I have like 2 or 3 games to like beat, I'm like, fuck, how can I find time for it, But RE3 is going to be like my main focus. So like anything that I got to get out of my system to beat between now and March, I want to make sure that it gets done. Damien says people think it's the hospital theme. Well, that's really cool. I really am looking forward to it. It sucks because I know eventually I'm going to have to get the Japanese soundtrack. I really hope they have the Japanese soundtrack like on a CD separately or a vinyl, because that'd be really cool. That'd be really cool. Is there a Z version for 2? Yes, there is. I do own it, Eli, but it is cheaper on PlayAsia right now than when I bought it last year, like this time last year. And PlayAsia like delayed my package for months because I wanted to get these like Biohazard 2 stickers that they had exclusively on their site, and I pre-ordered them, but apparently they were low in production, and it was on the same order, so it delayed a gift for somebody and my own copy. So it was like, what the fuck, man? But it's fine. I still like PlayAsia. Azura says, I hope the mercenaries are still there and the mechanic where you get special weapons is still there. I hope so too. I'm actually going to start, like, I'm going to try to beat RE3 like 2 times tonight, is my plan, and start getting the epilogues, but I'm going to keep continuing so I get more points. And then I'm going to probably do Operation Mad Jackal. I'm just going to, like, beat the shit out of it. So, what the hell happened to Billy Cohen? Asked Manuel. I don't know, man. They just never really used him. What happened to Carlos? You know, like maybe now that it might make him kind of more crucial in Jill's escape. However, you know, their friendship or relationship kind of starts. Um, do they end up, you know, together? Are they not together? Are they polar opposites? And he's just like, fuck you, Jill. They can do whatever they want now if these characters are going to stick around. Cytoxis says, so many games next year. NPS 5 is coming. You think we'll get any Resident Evil 8 news or leaks? Probably. It's going to be on next gen, so it wouldn't surprise me. Hockey Fan says, I support you on Patreon a few days. Glad to support the channel. Thank you, Hockey Fan. I really appreciate that, man. We don't really advertise the Patreon a lot, but it is an option for people. And we also have the YouTube membership option. But we're going to be working on our first round of thank you letters. And Patreon and YouTube members will get access to polls and stuff like that. You know, we don't hold content hostage here, so everyone will get content on the same basis. But, you know, you might get like a early MP3 of the podcast or something like that. You know what I mean? We're going to hook you guys up with cool stuff before initial public release. So we'll give you guys a direct link to the file and download and stuff. You know, anybody that supports us, especially you, Hockey Fan, you've been supporting me for a long time, just as a friend and as a fan, and you support Perry's channel, Game Complainers. You're always on there, so we really appreciate it. We appreciate it, man. I can't talk. Sorry. When do you think? What do you think of Silent Hill? I love Silent Hill. I'm actually playing through Silent Hill 3 right now. We do have a Let's Play going on this channel currently of Silent Hill 3. We have the first 2 parts that are out, but there is parts that I still have to edit. So again, on this downtime, you'll also be getting more LP parts. I did play 1 and 2 blind on the channel for the first time, and now I am playing 3 for the first time, and I really enjoyed the trilogy. 2 is one of my favorite games of all time now. It's so good. And we have respect for survival horror on this channel, which is why we also show other survival horror stuff. We played Dead Space before. We played Dead Rising. Shout out to Dave. We played Dead Rising. Shout out to Dave Strauss, who's also helping us on the Silent Hill, because him and Dustin are both really big Silent Hill fans. So they've played through it before. So when I play it, it's kind of like going through it. You know, it is going through it for the first time and knowing very little about the story. So seeing it is really cool. And a lot of people, yeah, Hockey Fan, a lot of people want to see Silent Hill 4, so we might have to do that. So, Hannah, are you going to pay $600 for the gold Lugers? No, I don't know if I'll ever do that, but those Lugers are fucking crazy, man. Same thing with that RPD Dreamcast. Even the Dreamcast signed by Fred Durst. I don't know which one I would want more. That is a thing, if you guys don't know, the Dreamcast signed by Fred Durst. That's throwing it back, though. That's throwing it way back. You know what I also know? We were talking about, like, me and John and Dustin were talking about guidebooks earlier. But I didn't know that you remember those, like, guides that had, the guidebooks that had, like, 2 games in one? So it would have, like, Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3. So those guides are rare, which I didn't even know. And there is a PlayStation one that has, I think it's Prima or Brady. It's Brady on GameCube. It might be Prima on PlayStation. But there is a guide that has Resident Evil 2 and 3 on one guide. And it's really fucking cool. And I didn't realize that they're rare. And I actually have a GameCube one that has 2 and 3 that I bought at a GameStop that's still open, which is kind of cool because I kind of have good memories of going there for a lot of midnight launches and stuff like that. And that was a really cool thing that I still held on to. And it was for the GameCube versions. Now, at the time, I didn't have the GameCube versions because, you know, they were $40. And I already owned RE3 on PC and on PlayStation in the early 2000s. So that was my way of playing it. But then when all of these versions came out, and as I got into like eBay and I got a little bit older and I was able to kind of like, you know, look up stuff and know how much of the editions cost, you know, I mean, I did buy RE3 from that same GameStop eventually. Just RE3 though, not 2, because I could never find 2. And the GameCube RE games were in a low print. They weren't really in a high print number. So they're out of print fast and they're really expensive. Manuel says, not sure if someone said this, but have you seen the Japanese comic origin story of Nemesis? I haven't, actually. I still want to get the comics. I want to know who killed Tyrant in the Dead Factory. Billy Cohen? Probably not Billy. Hanser says, sorry, but what are the Z versions of the games? Well, they're the Japanese versions, but they are censored. So they are different versions in regards to, like, decapitation and the way some of the grotesque stuff is shown. I guess it's scaled back a little bit. For whatever reason, it's censored in Japan. Eli says, I want the Black Sports Dreamcast. I saw the RPD Dreamcast in store in Japan, but it wasn't for sale. I was sad. But at least I got two Saturns. That sucks that wasn't for sale. Who the fuck would have that and not sell it? Because someone would pay money for it. But yeah, I actually used to have the Sega Sports Dreamcast, and it broke, unfortunately. But I still have the controller. But I've wanted to get it back ever since. And I think I should make that a thing one day because I love the look of that fucking Dreamcast. And I love Dreamcast because I still have my Dreamcast like right behind me, like always ready to be hooked up. And those things are awesome. And the versions for Dreamcast are really cool. Favorite decapitation of Resident Evil 3? Probably the Hunter decapitations, but I really like the Ganados with the claws that can that, like, the way they like fling around and they decap you, just because of how anxious that makes me every time they swing. That still holds true horror. So that would be my favorite decapitation. Oh, do you collect Resident Evil Airsoft? I've seen those replica Golurs and have the Crest Shield stand for them as well. Oh, that's awesome. I love the Airsoft guns. I've never collected them. I've wanted them, and I've seen them, and I really want Jill's handgun from Resident Evil 3, the original. But I haven't been able to get them yet. They are expensive, though. But at the same time, that's an expensive hobby to collect because a lot of them are like really good airsoft guns to like actually shoot. I would just use them for display. The Samurai Edge is the cheapest I've seen. As for those $80. Forgot about the others. The Eagle is like $400, and the Lugers are expensive as fuck. Yeah, I'd imagine. Definitely certain models I would probably start with, but that would be I would shadow box them. Like if I were to get them, I don't think I'd ever play airsoft, but I would definitely like shadow box them. Yeah, the chainsaw decapitation was really intense, and I'll never forget the poster I got in the strategy guide, which I got to re-buy because unfortunately I don't have it anymore ever since I took it down years ago because it was worn. But I remember the image of Leon grabbing the handgun, or he has the handgun, and the chainsaw guy's just cutting him. I always thought that was very cool and interesting choice of artwork. Um, but yeah, it's they're real. It's really intense. Like they really make it intense. And same thing with the Jap. Going back to the whole like censored uh, idea of the um, Japanese edition. The Japanese edition won't show the full decapitation. They'll only show like kind of like Leon getting his neck kind of cut, and that's it. So it's just one of those things where it's like, what the fuck, You wish that you just like turn it on or off, but I know like the German version of RE3 was like that too. Yeah, I would display that on the wall again for sure, but frame this time. Damien, you still have that poster? That's awesome. Don't get rid of that. Like when I was a kid, I used to like thumbtack posters to the wall. Like I would never like take care of them. Now I like frame everything, as you see. Like I have all stuff framed. I have a Frankenstein poster right here that's framed. I have a Nightmare on Elm Street poster signed by Robert Englund right in front of me that's framed, and Heather Langenkamp. So everything that I have signed. I have a Dream Warriors poster right behind me, or right over here, as you can see, Freddy, and a Grindhouse poster. And right next to that, I have a Halloween poster that's signed by everything. So it's like, as I got older, I wanted to like have posters that like mean a lot and not just get like any poster. I mean, of course, finding room is always a bitch, but you know, you always find space in the house to put them up. But you know, it's one of those things where, you know, I like to get a lot of the cool sentimental shit. And RE4, that poster is really good. I got the German poster of Resident Evil 3 that I got in the mail that I put on the community tab and I put on Twitter. I'm gonna frame that for the collection update. I'm probably gonna run to Walmart or can get a nice frame because Walmart has those like funky sizes. I saw some on Amazon, but I was like, because then they get shipped and they can break. But then Walmart's silly too because sometimes those fucking frames like are already broken just on the shelves, and I've gotten them before like broken. So you got to make sure that you get like something good. Do I have Kane Hodder signatures? Yeah, I actually have his signature on a Friday 13th Part 8 poster and a Friday 13th Part 8 and Part 7 VHS. So I have his signature on a couple of them, but I do have a Jason Takes Manhattan poster all the way over here on the wall, and Kane Hodder's signature is on that. Working Monster Mania and working the conventions, you know, I can't help but get a lot of stuff signed. Yeah, I have a ton of posters too. I have a ton of horror posters, more than I have RE posters. But I have the RE3 strategy guide poster right here. I have a Resident Evil Silk poster of Jill and Chris from Remake. I have a Silk poster of Jill and Chris from RE5, which is one of my favorite pieces of art from that game, from Lost in Nightmares. And I'm going to have a RE3 poster hanging up soon, so that'll be really cool. Do you think we're going to have Barry save you at the end of the game if they did it in the original? Says Mike. I hope so. I hope he's still implemented somehow because it's like, how did he escape the city? Or if he escaped the city already, then like, you know, maybe we know like how that happened. They could just leave it to Carlos and Jill. I really wouldn't mind, but it would be cool to see Barry in this new kind of like RE engine and stuff like that. Dude, some of those RE2 remake Claire mods are really cool. Cino was the perfect Jill one on YouTube. Yeah, that's cool, man. Once Resident Evil's on PC, it's kind of like an open door for mods, and I can't wait to see mods on RE3. You know what I mean? Damien says, I got an OG Dawn of the Dead poster signed by Tony Todd. Definitely my favorite poster. Damien, that's fucking awesome. Tony Todd, I actually did talk to him last convention that I worked, but I still haven't gotten anything signed. I want to get I was trying to think. I lost my train of thought. I was trying to get a Night of the Living Dead remake poster for Tony Todd because he does play one of the leads in that, and he's phenomenal in that. Really underrated performance. And hopefully, if I ever meet Tom Savini, I'll be able, because Tom Savini does Chiller, but for some reason he never like goes to the Monster Manias in South Jersey. I don't know why, but you know, hopefully that there's actually some kind of cool announcement with them. That'd be awesome. Then a girl makes videos with the really sexy voice, and she has the mod for RE2. We need Anthony mod for RE2. Yeah, Anthony mod for RE2. Someone make it happen. Zezzy says, my dad just turned 56, so happy birthday. So say happy birthday, and make sure to say my dad's name is Mike Hawk. Tell him happy birthday. Mike Hawk, happy birthday. I got that too, signed by Tom Savini. That's awesome, man. Because, like, again, like, when you see those guys, you know, you always get their signature, man, because you just never know. Like, we've seen a lot of amazing people pass away and amazing stars. Resident Anthony, coming soon. BioEvil says, hey, guys, do you think Code Veronica remake will happen? I think so. I think after enough time and after enough response, I think it'll happen. Tell Tom Savini Corey's mask still sucks. You know, I've gotten used to Corey's masks, but, you know, my favorite Corey mask in recent years, like, I actually still am a real big fan of the All Hope Is Gone mask. But my favorite Corey Taylor mask from Slipknot, because I fucking love Slipknot so much, would probably be Iowa. That's funny though. Hey Anthony, how are you feeling? Asked Lance Lewis. I'm feeling a little bit better, man. My sinuses are acting up, really bad, and but I'm still here. I'm still kicking. Just doing a little let's talk stream, just talking with you guys. These streams, me and John started to kind of talk to you guys, so you can open up the door, um, you know, to questions and just to chat with you guys for a little bit. Not playing anything right now, but I can play some Operation Mad Jackal in the next coming week because unfortunately I have to be isolated because I am contagious with the T virus. So I'll have some time to make some videos, and the team's going to be working on some stuff. And we got some cool series planned. So I'm going to be playing the shit out of Resident Evil 3. Not only in preparation for the stream, but because we're going to be capturing footage for a lot of stuff. So I am a little worried about game volume. Game volume? Like RE3 game volume? Or do you think RE1 Remake makes RE1 obsolete? Not so much obsolete, but it's definitely the better modern version to show people that can kind of take it somewhat seriously and play it a little bit easier, especially with the new modern version and modern controls and HD update. Like, it's more presentable. BioEvo says, I hope so. Code Veronica is a very good story to the series, and it wraps up Resident Evil 2, which recently just got remade, just to finish the classic story arc remake. No, I agree. I have no doubt that they know, or they don't know, rather, the amazing response that they've been getting and the fact that people want to see Resident Evil remade in that regard, especially Code Veronica, because it has such a huge following. And I think it's important that they kind of fire on all cylinders and while still continuing the games. So I don't think they won't circle back around and do it again. I have no doubt that they'll do it again and give us something great. Hockey fan asks, how do you feel about the rumor that RE3 was depending more on action than horror? Well, here's the thing. They kind of said it openly in their developers' commentary that they came out with the day of the launch, and they recognized that RE3 originally had some more action elements in it, which it did. So how I feel initially about it, I don't mind it as much, to be honest with you, because I think that this will still be scary as fuck with Nemesis. So I don't think the action will kind of bleed into the horror to the point where it's too much action. When you want to actually talk about too much action, I would say that would be more like Resident Evil 6, right? Where it's too much action, or certain elements in RE5 where there's too much going on. I think there'll be a lot more, grenade action going on, maybe some explosions. Nemesis will have some artillery, so that might add to the action elements to it. I don't think Nemesis having a wider artillery will take away from him being scary and him being on your ass. I think him being harder and more persistent is key, and I think it will actually be really cool. Damien says, you hear they finally found the actress for Rebecca in RE1? I have heard about that. That's pretty cool. The voice acting Code Veronica is really bad. That is true. Lance Lewis says, spoiler alert, the first 20 seconds of Code Veronica remake trailer will be in first person. I'm sure it will. Just to kind of have the reveal. Yeah, Nemesis still looks terrified. And I have no doubt that he will be, you know what I mean? Like, once we see him in full force, and some people give him a chance, you know what I mean? Once they see it, they'll like it. Yeah, Code Veronica remake on hardcore would be fucking nuts. BioEvo says, that's what I think as well, Anthony. Only RE3 will tell if Code Veronica will happen. Just imagine if the epilogues return in RE3 and we get a hint at Code Veronica, just like in the original. Epilogues in RE3 remake would be awesome. Just because they've never did that before, And I think that's a great memory that I have of RE3 is constantly playing them over and over again and getting all the epilogues. I mean, because that was like replay value, you know what I mean? And I always liked that about the original games, is that they always had that replayability. And, obviously with Project Resistance being kind of on the backhand of things, I think that they'll still add those other modes. Hopefully we get Mercenary still. I really hope it doesn't get cut. I hope we see it. But I mean, again, if Project Resistance is enough and it's fun, because keep in mind, everyone in this chat, like, I can actually play Project Resistance like with all of you in the community, and that's a huge thing because we don't really have that now versus like, maybe another one of you can come in for co-op or mercenaries and stuff like that. So it just depends on how they end up doing it. 100% Eli. Code Veronica was the hardest. Yeah, it definitely was. That and Zero. Lance Lewis says, have you heard that Julia Voth will play Jill Valentine in the reboot? I didn't hear about that. But, I think they might stick with who they have now. Martin Grimes, thank you for the $2 super chat. He says, do you think Outbreak should be a remake or remaster? I think unfortunately, I don't see them doing it anytime soon because they might focus a lot on Project Resistance, but I think this gets the ball rolling for having online servers for Resident Evil work really well, and I don't think they will shy away from it in the near future to do it. Abbo says it would be cool if the epilogues were short cutscenes. That would be cool too, kind of like little hints and cinematic hints of things to come. Eli says, I'm still stuck on the timer part on the plane. I haven't played it in 10 years. Yeah, that fight is a bitch. It definitely is a bitch. I wonder if special unlimited ammo handgun is something you'll unlock in Resident Evil 3. I have no doubt. I'm sure there'll be the infinite ammo for sure. Let's see. Alarcon says, Anthony, RE2 was a game for speedrunners. Do you think RE3 is going to be the same, or is Nemesis going to scare the speedrunners? I hope that we actually get, I think it's still going to be a game you could speedrun. I'm sure any RE fan, once they kind of wrap their brain around it in the way that we wrap our brain around games sometimes after constantly playing them and studying them, will find better ways to kind of weave in and out of it, like an RE2. RE2 can be finished really quick. I'm still not the fastest at it, for sure, but it comes with time. It definitely comes with time. And constantly trying to play it, learn it, and figure some stuff out. Figure out, like, the best strategies. BioEvil says, I highly doubt about short cutscenes, but that's how I would do it. But it would be very costly to hire voice actors for Chris, Claire, Ada, Leon, and Hunk. That's true. But it would make RE3 stand out, though, in my opinion. Even if they just had epilogues again. They should do a collector's edition with RE0 and RE3 box set. That'd be amazing. Hockey Fan says, can't wait to see the original RE1 Jill costume in RE3, because that will give us hope for a remake. No, man, I agree. I have no doubt that they'll have her old beret and her old costume will be like, oh, we can kind of see what she's going to look like now, unless they completely change models, which they could. But if they want to make it kind of consistent with the look of the trilogy, then they'll keep the model. But that would allude to it, James says, I hope they keep the enhanced ammo mechanic in RE3 Remake. I think so. I think since we saw them in RE2, or we saw that feature in RE2, I have no doubt that they'll do that. I would be happy enough if epilogues are in the game with text in a screenshot. I agree, BioEvil. Demetrius Green says, hey, Anthony, glad I was able to catch you. How are you? I am good. I am sick at the moment. I'm constantly just drinking water and just trying to clear my sinuses and stuff like that. That's why I have the Wesker shades on right now. But we're just hanging out. We're talking. I figured I'd come by and live stream for a little bit while right after this, I'm just going to probably go to Wawa. Shout out to Wawa, anyone that's around Wawa, and get some food and record just RE3, just play some RE3 casually, get some different playthroughs in, unlock in some epilogues, just kind of relax. It's been a hectic holiday season, man. It's been a lot, but making content and seeing you guys in the chat, these live streams been kicking ass. The views have been going up, all thanks to you guys. Has really helped me, kind of get my mind off a lot of stuff. So, this channel has always been an outlet for me, and capturing stuff, live streaming, It always makes the day better. So I'll be able to take a couple weeks to work on stuff, and we can, we can make some stuff happen. What's up, McSnake? Just got off work. That's awesome. I hope they have a classic Nemesis as they unlock in DLC. That would be cool. Was there enhanced ammo in RE2 remake? I can't remember. Yes, there was, Handsome. You gotta make the. You just gotta keep making it. What on earth was going on with Nemesis' voice in Operation Raccoon City, man? Kane, I have no idea. Show us your red Wesker eyes. Come on. Nah. Not today. One day you'll see it shine through the glasses, though. McSnake says, what's up? Not much, man. Just talking. Eli says, they have Wawa over here, and it's freaking awesome. Hey, that's cool, man. Eli, Wawa's the fucking best, man. Probably get some Wawa iced tea or a sandwich or even a smoothie. But I shouldn't have smoothies because of my, my sinuses. I don't want to stir up anything. But would Abo ask, would you like them to change the final Nemesis boss instead of just pushing batteries in? I would 100%, Abo. I agree. I want that fight to be longer, man. I really want it to be longer. I hope you feel better, man. Happy holidays. Thank you, Demetrius. Drink a spicy V8 to make clear you. Yeah, spicy V8. I'm not a fan of V8, Jackie Boy, but thank you for the $2 super chat. Garage Comics says, stay in school and don't do drugs. That's true. That is a thing. However, I am not on drugs. Kane the 13th says, I wouldn't mind Nemesis final form being a more powered up version of the treatment room fight, to be honest, and a big part of wants to see the final form festering on Mr. X's corpse. Yeah, I want them to play into that, because that'd be cool if they still have that in design, like having all the bodies piled up and the different BOWs, especially the different Mr. X models just laying there and shit like that. It's fucking awesome. Shout out to Martin for the $2 super chat. Stars. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Can't wait to see people getting attacked by zombies in the beginning of Raccoon City getting destroyed, says Lance Lewis. Yeah, man. That's the best fucking part, is seeing all the destruction in the midst of Jill possibly already being chased or already making her, last escape. And I think it's going to be a really cool thing to see that, see the shit hit the fan. Or while she's under, house arrest, she can't do it. She's stuck in there, and seeing everything kind of unfold, and there's nothing that she can do. Let's see. Has anyone pre-purchased Resident Evil? Did anyone get a collector's edition? Do you think they will... BioEvo says, do you think they will change Chris's new face model? I get that Chris was a guinea pig for the RE engine, since he's Takeshi and Kawada's favorite, but his face was totally different from Chris. Yeah, I know. It was different. It was really different. I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, I don't like it, but Julio says, I feel like they should let Nemesis have a couple more mutations like they did with Parking and RE2 remake. Well, they could have different forms, but I would like to see them kind of have like the 3 standard forms. I mean, hey, if they have another damaged form, that'd be cool. You know what I mean? All right. I'm checking. I have a feeling that the website's going to be updated once we get the new trailer and stuff like that. I'm sure the clock tower is going to be insane. Yeah, it's going to be epic, Jackie Boy. We need a remake of survival horror or of Survivor with a Donkey Kong skin of Ark Thompson. Yeah, that needs to happen. Will we ever get an Ari character in Smash? I don't know, honestly. That'd be cool though. I know they have the spirits. I did play the spirits, um, and they were kind of cool. You know, I guess they're supposed to represent them, but yeah, that'd be really cool if we ever get like a Leon in there. You know, George Essler says, "Do you think having it in third person would be a challenge with Nemesis? It would seem hard to have him be as fast as he was in the original dodging when you can't see him coming up behind you." I agree. And that was my initial argument when I was really against RE3 Remake not having fixed camera angles, when that was like originally how I felt. And, you know, and I discussed it on the channel with you guys. But I think with how they made Mr. X work, even despite him still being behind you and you can't see it, it still added, you know, I don't know, it added really intense elements. So I really think that they'll make it work. I was scared about it, you know. Hockey Fan says, so I was replaying RE2 Remake, and in the sewers I noticed spider webs all over the place. Can't remember if they were there before the update. Yes, they were always there. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't even notice that either, but that's kind of cool that they were even there to begin with. Who knows, maybe they might implement them in 3. Yeah, Mickey Hazard, I'd like Nemesis Nose. I don't mind it. Kana 13 says, I've always thought Chris was part 5, looks like Donkey Kong. Yeah. I feel like they should have first person live selections and the rest of the game's third person. That'd be kind of cool if they, you know, implemented it some way. If it was in first person, I don't know how I'd feel about that personally, but it would be cool if they implemented it somehow. Or just the randomization. I think one thing we're going to discuss in some of the newer videos is like my fond memories of RE3 is the random aspect to it. Like every time you play it, you're like, oh, I'm getting this randomization, or this gunpowder is going to be here, or this enemy pattern is going to be here. So it's one of those things where it's like it always adds something else to the game. So, you know, we'll see how they actually end up doing that. Kane says, I think being the end of Raccoon City, we need to see spiders and crows. If we wouldn't have got RE3 Remake, could understand, but it's up to your imagination. But they have to be back at the end. It would be cool, just to wrap it up, you know. Do you think Nemesis will have ongoing battle damage? Asked Jackie Boy. I think he will, because that'd be actually really cool if he gets deteriorated and then it goes to each form. Because they couldn't do like the you know, they had graphical limitations back then, so every time Nemesis would reappear, he would just look the same every single time. But now that they can actually add that, you know, that'd be really cool. Hunter Nelm says, based on the infected Jill scenes from the reveal trailer, do you think Jill will still get infected by Nemi on the clock tower, or will it happen earlier? That's a big question that's been going around, and people have been having theories about it. I think that, it wouldn't surprise me if they did something like that and switched it up, and then maybe by the clock tower, she's starting to feel like, you know, when they're closer to the hospitals, when Carlos has to make the cure or something like that. But I think as long as they still implement it, I don't mind them changing it as long as it happens. Whether it's at the clock tower or not, and there's still a battle, that would be really cool. You know, there should be a flashback of DLC experiencing the first Spencer Mansion and it's playable in RE3. Says Supreme Boom Bap. Yeah, that would be really cool. Anything to give us, even if it's just like flashbacks or cutscenes of the Spencer Mansion, if she's like all PTSD'd out and stuff like that and has to deal with that while she's like under house arrest, that'd be really cool. Or if we play that in first person, like I don't even care if they messed around with that. That'd be kind of cool. What if Alice shows up and this is the final boss, starts boxing Nemesis? God damn it. That would be this. That's giving the middle finger to the fans right there. That's hilarious. That'd be like the biggest troll, too. Alice comes out. She's like, Matt, what the fuck? Hockey Fan says, ever wonder why Marvin or Keno never mentioned Jill or Claire or Leon when they meet up with them? Yeah, it's weird. But it's just stuff that they can fix now. You know, it's like now you have the chance to do it right, so do it right, you know? Like, now they actually have a chance to make it right again. So, you know, now those little things that some people are like, I wonder why they didn't do this, you know, like now they can actually make it like um consistent and have some characters that we've never seen before interact with each other. Lance Lewis says Ada DLC could happen in remakes since Jill and Ada escape at the same time. It's possible. Demetrius says, honestly, I like to think it's because in the middle of the zombie apocalypse, they'll be the last thing you're worried about. It's probably more realistic if they don't. I do think Marvin should have meant. All right, let's see. Oh, mention Jill though, considering they were the first to find out about the truth behind Umbrella. In terms of Kendo, though, I don't think it really needed to be mentioned. Yeah, I guess it just depends on like uh, what they end up doing. Don't take the red pill. Yeah, don't take the red pill. This whole Resident Evil Ambassador thing is always like a thing that they're kind of like relaunching. It's always hard. A Capcom account. Do you think they'll have the survivors? Let's see. George Eder says, do you think they'll have survivors scattered around the city like they did in RE3 original? I'd imagine so, because if she's more in the city, I'm sure she's gonna pass a lot of people along the way. 13 says, I think it would be cool if Nemesis have a bigger catalog on weapons this time. Even just a minigun would do the trick. I have no doubt that they'll do that. Jagaboy says, Chris and Jill were exposed to the T virus in the first game. Do you think that's why when Jill was infected she didn't turn within a few hours, and do you think they're going to expand on that? That's an interesting point. Who knows how they might do that? That's the thing too. It's like they can really kind of like fill us in on what happened with the Spencer Mansion, because we don't initially have that like laid out now. So yeah, Abo. It does say he's gonna have an arsenal of weapons. So, Gosh Comics says, so how many of you guys here work on this channel? Are there who work on this channel? We all work on this channel. We all work on a channel. We're all a team. We're a team of 3, and we all work on the channel. I started and founded the channel almost 10 years ago, and we're coming up on the 10-year anniversary. That's awesome. Um, And how many items do you have in your collection? Oh man, I don't even know. I'd have to get back to you on that. They should have a feature where you help and save survivors along the way and unlock weapons that way. That'd be cool. Kind of like a reward system. When is the 10-year anniversary? It is February 4th, 2020. And I'm going to have a special video that I'm putting together for my 10-year run here. I'm thinking they might take out the weapon drops from Nemesis. I think that would take away from the experience if it seems like they want people to get as far away from Nemesis and not fight, says George. That's true. But it'd be cool if they gave you some more initiative to fight, you know? Oh, that's a video for another time. I bet it would be a half hour. Yeah, I mean, I did I think back in 2016 or 2017, I did a complete RE collection with like showing everything, and I'm gonna have to do another. I'm gonna have to update it like every couple years as I show everything off. I do the collection updates, so however many collection updates were between then and now. Some years more than others where I get more items. This year has been more of an active one, whether it's like magazines, promotional stuff, memorabilia, and I try to document it all in the Resident Evil Collection updates videos. So, it's gonna be really cool. We're gonna have a lot of fun with that. Demetrius says, how would it feel if Resident Evil 3 was kind of open world with the city? I personally wouldn't mind that if you could kind of go like where you want, but it's still kind of linear. But it gives you options to explore, maybe look for survivors and stuff. But I feel like they still might kind of keep it like scaled back just a little bit. But I wouldn't be like opposed to it though. The more the merrier, you know. Yeah, I am all set up on the RE ambassador thing. Trying to like fucking sign in though, it's like fucking pain in the ass. SH says, late to the party, but I really want Nemesis to scare the hell out of me. Oh, he will. One Punch Man says, what if Nemesis turns into a T-800 at the end? That'd be nuts. That's the plot twist right there. T-800 activated. I'm a Terminator. What the fuck? I really like Julio's idea of being able to save some other survivors in the start of the virus. Kind of like side quest. What if you could possibly do side quests in the city? That'd be cool. Or again, the whole live selection thing like takes you down a whole different path that you might not be able to do it all, you know? Damn, HR Zone 2. You got 15 more RE games. Awesome, man. Hockey fan says, "Sheesh, that was a quick 10 years. I remember finding you and finding Perry's original channel. Seems like yesterday." Yeah, that's crazy, man. You've been with us with the OG days. I don't know SH how they're gonna do the quick time. Quick time / live selections. They could turn them into quick time events, but hopefully they hold more weight than just that. Jackie Boy says, if you're in Raccoon City, how would you get out? If I was in Raccoon City, man, I don't know how the fuck I'd get out. I don't have resources. I'd probably die. 13 says, I've seen different opinions on Nemesis new stars, but I personally love it. I love it too, man. All love from here. Lance Lewis said it'd be cool to play Jill using a vehicle to drive somewhere while Nemesis is shooting rockets at us. That would be a cool sequence. I wouldn't mind if they threw in little sequences like that maybe tie into the live selection that make Resident Evil 3 kind of stand out a little bit, you know? Because that's how it should be, you know, just kind of like switching it up. Lance Lewis says it'd be cool to play Jill using a vehicle. Oh, I already read that. Sorry. I already read that. But anything that they can add to it is really cool. Because really, it's like the technology isn't limited. You should be a freeze round ambassador. We should be freeze round. Hashtag bring back the freeze. Bring back the freeze. Hashtag what's wrong with Umbrella. All you guys, all 82 of you in this chat, better comment hashtag what's wrong with Umbrella on like all the other Resident Evil videos, and know that meme is starting from this channel. Like, we are starting the meme. We've started the meme because when we did the breakdown, we slowed it down when Carlos was like, "What's wrong with Umbrella?" You guys are gonna start that. You better leave it like on everything that you watch Ari related, even whether it's this channel or someone else. Just what's wrong with Umbrella? It's the best part, man. Hopefully, the whole rumor of Nemesis and Carlos being in the next trailer, I'm sure we're gonna get to see more of Carlos coming up. I have no doubt we'll see that. What's wrong with the freeze, Abo? Yeah, bring it back. Demetrius says, I know a lot of people are saying, which at this point might actually happen, that Jill will meet Nemesis at the beginning. I think it's an escape sequence where she doesn't know what he is. Yeah, at that point, because if that was chasing her, she would just be running and not even be questioning it. But I've seen it on other vids and posts. That's good. Because it needs to get out there. Hashtag what's wrong with Umbrella? Jacoboy says, if they did it, what would be Leon running away from collapsing city in 6? Yeah, if they did it like that, like everything collapsing, all the cars piled up on there. Thank you guys for the hashtag what's wrong with umbrellas. I'm actually going to tweet that out. I'm going to tweet it out right now, and all you guys are going to retweet this. Never forget where this started. All on the LTRE channel. Spread the word. There we go. I just put, never forget where it started. All on the LTRE channel. Spread the word. I've already seen this around the community, and it's amazing. Hashtag, what's wrong with Umbrella? Hashtag LTRE. Go and favorite and retweet that thing, and we'll keep it spreading. If you have the Twitter, the Twitter. Red. The twits. And it's amazing. Is Jill going to see Irons? I'm not sure. We don't. That'd be cool though to see them kind of like scream and yell at each other. One Punch Man says, "Do you think Resident Evil game franchise will ever get rebooted in the future?" I don't know, man. I feel like they're already trying to kind of soft reboot it. Personally, I thought I wanted the skirt, but obviously love Jill and Carlos' new design. Hoping the PC version is good. Holding on to my Xbox just in case. Oh yeah, I got it on Xbox. Tommy says, hey, Anthony and chat. Hope you're feeling better, buddy. Thanks, man. I'm hanging in there. Figured I'd jump on here for a little bit and talk with you guys. SIB Studios. Rob, what's up, man? He says, yo, Ant, love the shades. Thanks, man. I'm sick right now, so I don't want to take off the shades, but I'll stick with the Wesker one. You think The Last of Us 2 is going to hurt the RE3 remake since they are coming out a month apart? I don't think so. I think both respective fan bases will probably buy both, to be honest with you. But it is another game I got to play because I love Last of Us, so. Demetrius said that's. Then Brad's like, oh, that's a normal monster. He's after Stars members. There's no escape. Hashtag what's wrong with Umbrella? Tommy says next Legacy stream on the 27th. Probably not in the 27th, but probably in about 2 weeks. We're going to take 2 weeks to do it, so no live stream for 2 weeks, but we are going to return with RE2, and we'll still have plenty of time to get everything done in time, even if we got to squeeze out a couple extra streams, because we're going to be doing a couple days a week, but just me being sick and stuff like that, I don't want to get anyone sick, and me and John want to do it in person. So that's why in the meantime we have like these little streams, and we're going to have some post-production stuff getting prepped for you guys if anything breaks between the next couple of weeks. So there'll still be content coming out. We just will hold off on the Legacy stream until I get better. We already kind of pushed out a couple weeks because of the holidays, so it's just bad timing. So, you know, it is what it is. Stuff happens, though. What's wrong with Umbrella? Which band would be great for RE soundtracks? Oh, man. I think, like, metal bands, you know. I don't even know, man. Shit. I think, like, Killswitch Engage, I think Resident Evil soundtracks, you know, because of the movies. I love Killswitch Engage. Are yellow herbs only in RE4? Yeah, but apparently on the, and shout out to Sean Strickland, YouTube member. Thank you, man. You are in the chat. Shout out to you. Shout out to all our members out there. But yellow herbs are apparently in Project Resistance, so I don't know what role they play, if they do expand your health or whatnot, but that is weird. George Essler says, I'm excited about RE8, though. With the classic, there are a solid foundation already laid out for them. It'd be cool to see if they can come out with additions with that tone and atmosphere. I agree. Tommy says, where you work in America, Best Buy is like an electronics store, if you don't mind me asking. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And I am full-time position, but I am currently out recovering, so I have some time to make a lot of the stuff. System of a Down, Rob Zombie, and so on. Oh, absolutely. I love all of them. I think Goblin would do a great RE soundtrack. I love Goblin. Love the Dawn of the Dead soundtrack. That thing's fucking amazing. What's up, man? Feeling better now? Feeling a little bit better. Taking it day by day, man. You know, I'm still sick. I still kind of feel crappy, but I don't want that to kind of stop me from getting on here and live streaming, even if I gotta wear shades or, you know, if I stream Operation Mad Jackal or something like that later this week, I might not be on camera all the time. I'm only on camera now for the Let's Talk videos just because, like, I don't want you guys to be looking at it, just the logo and a screen. So I'd rather jump on here and just kind of chat it up with you guys for a little bit. Me and John agreed to do these more because it will, you know, interacts us with the channel. So sometimes it'll just be John, or sometimes it'll just be me if we jump on while the other's working or doing whatever. Or sometimes we'll jump on and it'll be both of us. Just so there's more stuff. But yeah, slowly but surely getting better. Abba says yellow herbs and resistance make you do more damage for a short period of time. Okay, I did not know that. Tommy says you live in Jersey, right? I have a cousin that moved to Pemberton, New Jersey, if you know where that is. I don't know where that is, but yes, I am in good old Jersey. Five Finger Death Punch. More of a Slipknot guy myself. Slipknot wasn't included in a lot of the Resident Evil soundtracks too, like Vermilion and My Plague. Hey Martin, I appreciate that, man. We are dedicated. I'm dedicated. And you guys are also dedicated, so we appreciate that. Red and Vodka says, you think there's any channel seeing a fight between Birkin and Nemesis in Arthur remake? Or any chance of seeing a fight between Birkin and Nemesis? That would be so cool, man. I wish, there is a chance, but probably not unless they really connect them. They pull a twist on how to connect them. That'd be really cool. Drink a huge bottle of NyQuil and we will make you we'll wake you up on April 3rd. Yeah, man, I wish. I'm still pinching myself that it's happening, but it's great. It's a great time. Great time to be a Resident Evil fan, and it's awesome. It's awesome that everyone's, enjoying the hype train and everyone's enjoying it, It's really cool. Really fun. No Coldplay or Imagine Dragons. No, Jackie boy. That's not happening. Nemesis looks like he's wearing a scuba suit and gear. Yeah, he's ready to go scuba diving with his long ass fucking teeth. Watch me just be insulting Nemesis like as I'm playing because I'm getting so pissed at him and be like, "Come here, you ugly motherfucker!" Just start shooting him. He's gonna piss a lot of people off, especially in hardcore. I have no doubt. One thing I kind of intended on doing was going back and trying to get all the achievements on Resident Evil 2 Remake. Hashtag bring back the freeze, JK. Thank you for keeping that alive. What's up, man? Does Nemesis eat? Probably not. Probably doesn't need it to function. He eats stars. Give him his stars. But yeah, I'll probably run this for another 10 minutes, and then I will be getting off for the night, and I'm probably going to go get some food at Wawa, and we are not sponsored by Wawa, but we should be, because they fuel our creative sessions. But I'm going to be recording a lot of R3 footage. Getting Dolphin to show up on Streamlabs sometimes is a bitch, but we got that working, so... He does eat sandwiches. Jill sandwiches. Tommy says, do you think Jill could possibly pick up her samurai edge in the Star Special from Kendo? As it appears, she is holding a Glock-type pistol. Yeah, looks like she has a Glock. I wonder if she does get anything from the Star's office. I'm curious. We want to see what's behind that weapons locker, We are sponsored by Wawa, Pepsi, Mountain Dew, and Hentai, says John. Probably not the last part, but... Do you think the mouth would stretch all freakishly when he yells stars? Yeah. I'm sure it's going to look terrifying, like seeing him in motion. I don't think people are quite ready for it. Would you love to see a remake of The Fall of Umbrella and Operation Javier with survival horror formula from RE2? Yeah, definitely. I'm all for it. So Resi 2 this week, you and John? Not this week. Unfortunately, I am sick and I am contagious, so I can't really physically be with anyone right now. So we are waiting 2 weeks from this week, and we will be back with the Legacy stream, kicking it full force, doing Resident Evil 2 in one shot, and then I will be playing Resident Evil 3. John will be playing Resident Evil 4, so on and so forth. So, Demetrius, you're heading off. Thank you, man. Thanks for coming by. Thank you for contributing to the chat, Demetrius. I appreciate that. What's up, Carlos A? Do you think barricading doors will be a new mechanic when running from Nemesis? That would be cool. I mean, they had barricading windows, and in this one, I mean, really, the only other things you'd be barricading are zombies that are trying to break in. So, I love that option just to kind of delay him, because like he could obviously clearly break barricades, but if you can slow him down, you know. Do you think RE3 will use parts of the OG RE2 that did not show up in RE2 remake? I don't know. I feel like they really are kind of overhaul the whole thing and just stick with the new format. Jacoboy says Glock first started to sell in the U.S. in 1988. Oh, that's interesting. I did not know that. We are not gun experts, but that is cool. JK says, what's wrong with being contagious? Because I will get other people sick, and I don't want that. Because what I have lasts a few weeks, and it's going to take a little bit. So we can create in our respective spaces and still make stuff and still have fun. And we, you know, Discord's a wonderful thing when it works. And, you know, so we'll be good. We'll be good. You guys will still be seeing plenty of us making some stuff in a couple weeks time. And like I said, I got a lot of stuff to capture tonight. So, you know, we're going to be doing it, though. We're not going to miss a beat with the legacy stuff, though, once we do it. But that's why we have stuff like this to kind of, you know, keep you guys in the loop so you guys know what's going on. And, you know, expect a collection update really soon. We do have another, yeah, Carlos's favorite line. What's wrong with being contagious? What's wrong with Umbrella? What's wrong with being a ladies' man? What's wrong with being foxy for other ladies? What's wrong with my character? So Jill may own one, but Barry would definitely own a few. Barry probably owns like a whole fucking arsenal that we don't know yet. And then he just appears in this game and he just fucking has it all ready to go. Jill, I'm ready. Well, it can't be helped. But what's wrong with Umbrella? Do you think Capcom will have a director's cut of RE2? That is rumored. But like, I feel like if they were going to release it, like they have to put it out before Remake 3, right? Like, it wouldn't make sense for them to have that come out after the fact. Unless they have like a Game of the Year edition. Like, I can see them doing that and it's like a director's cut. They could do that. But it would have to be soon. And you know what I mean? But I don't know. Oh, sorry about that, babe. What's up, Lindy? Yeah, I could see them doing that. Especially, I mean, I would have leaned more towards that if we ended up getting some kind of DLC, which we didn't get. We just kind of got more of like an update. Yo, Rick, what's going on, man? Oh, yo, Ricardo, shout out to you, man. Because of you, I got this. Because we pre-ordered it that night we streamed, and you found us and came into the chat. So thank you for that. Hockey fan asks, favorite RE quote? Oh, man. That's a good one. Favorite RE quote. The Jill sandwich is definitely my favorite. Definitely. You're almost a Jill sandwich. But I really love It's Forrest. Oh my god. And do you want stars? I'll give you stars. That's definitely going to be, like, that's up there, too. The Jill Sandwich line, since that was, like, that used to be my old channel name. But, I would say Jill Sandwich. Do you want stars? I'll give you stars. And It's Forrest. Oh, my God. Those are, like, my top three. Just because they're cheesy and corny. Shout out to Eric in the chat. YouTube paid member. Thank you so much for being a paid member. He says, Anthony, I hope you feel better soon. The hype is real. And the debate of Magnum versus Freeze begins again. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And the hype is real. And thank you. I will feel better in time. Why'd he bite me? Says Marvel Capcom. Virul says, I heard the Sphere Hunters video that Jill's pre-order outfit has a skirt listed has a skort instead of a skirt. Makes me a little sad. I don't know what that is. But I know that they have that. Yes, One Punch Man. What's wrong with Umbrella? You sounded like Cloud Strife, either Steve Barton or the new guy. Where did everyone go? Bingo? Scar says, do you think Nemesis will have a chain gun? I hope not. I hope not. I hope he has, they switch it up and give him some different stuff. It wouldn't surprise me if he did, though. But I honestly would like to see some other stuff. You should put out a voice demo. I should. Thank you, Jackie Boy, for the $2 donation. My favorite Aria lines ever. You're tearing me apart, Lisa. That's a good one. Yeah, Sean, I got the Wesker shades on tonight. Believe me, you don't want to see what's under these. Ah, there you are. Thank you. Ah. I'll buy it at a high price. What's wrong with Umbrella? Too many zombies? Way too many zombies. Skirt shorts. Shorts made to look like a skirt. Interesting. As long as she's in some kind of mini skirt. I mean, it looked cool. Looks good from what I've seen from the pre-order bonus. So, I mean, no complaints here. They can call it whatever the fuck they want. But I didn't know that that was, like, even a thing, so. Favorite BOW? Nemesis. Nemesis will have a chainsaw? That'd be terrifying. Or he's like Adam the Clown from Dead Rising. He has, like, the throwing chainsaws. He just fucking throws him at Jill. Fucking whips him down the hallway. Sean says, something tells me Nemesis got cold cocked by Chris Redfield fresh from the gym after boulder training with broke his nose. Yeah, this got fucking smacked right in the face. And then his nose just went pink. So RE3 Remake is going to be stacked with zombies like the jail section from RE2 Remake when Mr. X comes around the corner. That'd be cool. Because, like, I expect the capacity of zombies to be higher. You know what I mean? Just to show more. Because we already know the engine can actually handle it. You know what I mean? So, it's a cool thing. Nemesis will have a minigun, flamethrower, and a bazooka. He'll have everything. Some kind of fucking weaponized arm. That's what it looks like, anyway. Any other questions, though? I'm going to wrap this up probably in about 5 more minutes. Thank you guys for coming out and hanging out with me. Hope this stream was entertaining enough for you guys. I know there's not much going on, but that's the point of these, are just to chill and chat and talk. And we'll take any kind of questions about Resident Evil or RE3 that haven't been asked already. Drain Demo's brain suckers in the game. Or excluded. I don't know, honestly. They could cut it. I do believe that the Hunters will definitely make a return. Because I would like to see Hunters in a new one. I'd like to see brain suckers. So hopefully we see them. Sean says, hopefully we'll see some zombies still to help with crowd controls. Or he will kill zombies to help with crowd control. Yeah, me too. Gene Richard says, I love how casual Joe looks on both RE3 OG and RE3 Remake. But can pull off crazy maneuvers no average person can do. Because she's fucking badass, man. Eric says, I think Nemesis is more of a mutated Mr. X. The likeness is still there, though more mutated down to the nose. Oh, yeah. When will you be playing RE0 again, says Zeller. We will be playing it right after Remake with the Legacy stream. So probably the next couple months, depending on, probably I'd say like February or March once we get to it. Judging from the timing, I'd say probably late January or early March, how we can get through it. I like these streams. Keep them coming. Thank you, Garage Comics. We definitely will keep them going and keep you guys more in the loop. Like I said, the content's not stopping. So it'd be cool to see Mr. X start after you, then Nemesis break through a wall and then start to fight you as you escape. Yeah, like 2 of them at the same time. That'd be fucking crazy. Nemesis with Lucille. Yeah, big ass fucking bat. Christopher says Jill's never looked any hotter than she does at R3 Remake. Well, yeah, it's probably the best, most like realistic version of her for sure. JK says, so how's Capcom going to handle the Decision quick time event? You think it's going to make a return? I hope so. I hope they handle it to where maybe it does change the route a lot more, or you can play the game differently. I hope they implement it in that way. Scar says, hey, Anthony, did you notice that Jill seems to have a sprint in the trailer? And when you're running down the hallway. Well, yeah, she is faster. She definitely might have some kind of like faster sprint when Nemesis is chasing her. We'll kind of see. We'll see how they work that out. Lindy says Ashley was wearing the same clothes when she was kidnapped weeks ago. She hasn't bathed at all, and it makes sense why Leon didn't want to go for overtime when Ashley at the end. Yeah, clearly. And she's just like weird. Ashley's just like a creepy creature. Corey Sard, what's up, man? What's up, Passion 9X? You guys are catching the last couple minutes of the stream here. We're just taking questions before we wrap up this Let's Talk stream, this hangout stream for you guys. Thank you guys for coming by and chatting it up. Definitely makes my day better. You think the RPD will look different? I hope we get to see a lot of the corridors that aren't blocked, JK says. Yeah, I hope they do open up some of that and they don't just kind of make it kind of like the shell, like you're inside, but they don't really, you're not there for that long. So it'd be interesting to see like why they would keep you there any longer. And like, I'd rather have them more focus on like the city than more of the RPD station, but it would still be cool if they did that, you know? Christopher says, it wouldn't surprise me if they release a Code Veronica remake the following year to bring back the beautiful Claire Redfield. That'd be amazing. That definitely will probably be their next approach or the first one. But I think RE8 will be their next like focus after this, you know? But I'm sure that these will be 2 successful remake runs, and that the door will be open for whatever they want to do next because they know that it will sell. Gene says, what time is it over there, Anthony? It's 11:51 p.m. here in Toronto. It is 11:51 p.m. here as well in good old Jersey. Jackie Boy says, why was Ashley and Jill dressed like hookers? Hookers, hey, they wanted to dress the way they wanted to dress. Sometimes you're in a jam, you dress the way you dress. Thank you, Martin, for the $2 super chat. Do you think Jill can dodge from running enemies? Yeah, it looks like there was a dodge mechanic, judging from the small gameplay that we saw, but I am curious to see if we get a longer clip of gameplay or if there's a demo, and seeing how it does work and how it maneuvers around enemies, or faster enemies or slower enemies. I'm just curious to see like how they work with that. Tommy says, can't wait to rock it with Carlos and the assault rifle. Hell yeah. Lindy says, you think the RPD walls being destroyed by Nemesis will be a cutscene or real game time? I think real game time, just to surprise everyone. If it was a cutscene, that'd be kind of cool, though. One Punch Man says, I think RE4 is going to be the last remake. Yeah, I think that should be way low on the list, considering we're getting it milked like Skyrim, like how it's going to be released like constantly, and there's HD mods and textures. Like, I think they can wait for that, Thank you, Tommy. I will get well soon, and we will continue to keep pushing forward. Ultra says, I prefer the old design of Nemesis. Well, I respect that. I still love the older design. He's still my favorite. Wonder if they can make Steve less annoying in the remake, sort of like Darkside Chronicles self. Yeah, I think the acting will definitely improve, and that will avoid that. Stop it. Don't open that door, says Jackie Boy. RE4 doesn't need a remake yet. I agree, By Rules. I agree. I think it's just too soon. Gene says, sorry if it sounds stupid, but I have a question. If Nemesis is only after STARS members, then why is he after Carlos too? Maybe if he's an opposing threat, he'll still be after that. Or maybe if he realizes he's helping STARS members, if he's in the way, he's going to kill him. So maybe that's why. Tommy says, new Carlos trailer in early 2020 in January. Yes, that is a strong rumor. Late January, we may be getting another trailer and we'll possibly be getting an updated bio on Carlos and Nemesis on the website. And we will do a video covering that as well. That'd be great. Just to see more, just and see what's going on. And now that the reveal trailer is out of the way, maybe we'll get a trailer that's a little bit more in depth. I really hope so. The more the better. Really don't like his nose for Nemesis. Yeah, I think people will kind of get over that though. Like the little things, like once you actually see him in full form, like playing against you, some people might get over those design differences. But to each his own. I don't mind it. So. Dr. Bart Bard, an Umbrella employee, do you think he would be a good guy or a bad guy working with Nikolai? I think he could work with Nikolai, but I'd imagine he'd be like the one scientist that's like trying to give out the truth, and maybe he's trying to he's escaping and he's trying to who knows, like all these people, what they're going up against. But I hope that he would be. It'd be kind of cool if he was another bad guy, just kind of fucking things up behind the scenes, But it'd be cool if he worked with Nikolai, but to kind of see him kind of be just like maybe he isn't alive, but he was like trying to get out the truth, with these like video recordings or maybe whatever's going to happen. People will be too busy shooting his nose off. Yeah. Sean says, nope, it's good. Just picked a bad fight with him. One of the Swole Stars members. Oh, yeah. He looks like a half human and a half monstrous, slowly losing his mind, just like Birkin. Yeah, there's something about that that's very disturbing and fascinating. I agree. I'm all for it. I'm all for all the design. Thank you guys so much for coming by the stream. I really appreciate it. Again, being in this condition, I hope that you guys still enjoyed it. And my voice isn't gone or anything like that, thankfully. So, been drinking the water. I'm gonna relax some more, get some food. And I'm going to probably just record some stuff for tonight for the new video series. Thank you all for the super chats. Thank you for all being YouTube members and Patreon supporters. Thank you all for being in the chat. Yeah, Christopher, I'm not sure how her apartment caught on fire, but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe, just shit gets out of hand. As it does with a lot of this stuff. But yeah, thank you guys so much for this. Like I said, and the Legacy stream will be back in 2 weeks. We'll be back with Resident Evil 2. I'll be doing Claire A. John will be doing Leon B. And we'll be making some videos in the meantime. So we appreciate you guys. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Thank you for being awesome. We wouldn't be here without all of you guys. And thanks for keeping the community strong. And thanks for coming back. And thanks for being patient with us as well. Like I said, the content isn't going to slow down either. I love the Leak Nemesis theme song in Resident Evil 3 Remake. It sounds intense. Much better than the OG RE3 Nemi theme. Thoughts? I really like it. I don't know if I would say it's better, but I want to hear more of the soundtrack first. But yeah, we'll definitely keep you guys in the loop for all RE news and all of the little Easter egg videos and thoughts videos and memory videos. We have a lot of stuff lined up for you guys, so really appreciate it. Adios until next time. We appreciate you. Bye-bye. You're watching Let's Talk Resident Evil.